I don't presume to be able to cover or to do justice to the concept of heaven and hell in a couple of episodes. I'm sure we're going to revisit this over time, but what I like to do and what I've started to do, which I think might be a good idea, you can let me know what you think if you decide you want to start doing it, is I've been doing study of the Word, and what I do is I actually type out the words of Scripture and the verses of Scripture that really hit home. Lately, I've been doing a study on heaven and hell. And these are a couple of verses of Scripture that I'd like to share with you. And maybe if you found some that I haven't mentioned, you can give them to me and I can add them to my book that I'm starting. Anyway, this is Matthew chapter 16, verse 24 through 27. These are the words of Jesus. And he says, "If anyone would come after me, he must deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever wants to save his life will lose it. But whoever loses his life for me will find it. What good will it be for a man if he gains the whole world yet forfeits his soul? For the Son of Man is going to come in his Father's glory with his angels, and then he will reward each person according to what he has done." And this just tells me that we are going to be judged according to what we do on this earth, the good and the bad, the words that we say, because the Word says that. So we need to be on our guard for what we do here on this earth, because when we get to heaven, we'll be judged according to what we have done. Another verse of Scripture that I had written down is Matthew 13, 47 through 52. "Once again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was let down into the lake and caught all kinds of fish. When it was full, the fishermen pulled it up on the shore. Then he sat down and collected the good fish in the baskets, but threw away the bad ones. This is how it will be at the end of the age. The angels will come and separate the wicked from the righteous and throw them into the fiery furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." "Have you understood all these things?" Jesus asked. "Yes," they replied. He said to them, "Therefore, every teacher of the law who has been instructed about the kingdom of heaven is like the owner of a house who brings out of his storeroom new treasures as well as old." The thing that gets me about this verse of Scripture is that he talks about that the angels will come and will separate the good from the bad, the righteous from the unrighteous, and will throw them into the fiery furnace where there'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth. And if you saw the last episode, you'll remember that there was a separation, a chasm, where the rich man was separated from Lazarus. And I believe that that chasm will be present, and that the people who are in hell will be looking to the people who are in heaven and seeing all the glorious, wonderful things that they have and can do. And they'll be so upset that they've made an eternal decision to be in hell that they'll be weeping and be upset and gnashing their teeth at each other. Another verse is Matthew 13, 37 through 34, where Jesus says, "The one who sowed good," this is where he's explaining about the parable of the seed that is sown. He's explaining it to his disciples so that they can understand. "The man who sowed the one who sowed the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed stands for the sons of the kingdom. The weeds are the sons of the evil one, and the enemy who sows them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the harvesters are angels." And that again, he continues to say that the harvesters will be angels. "As the weeds are pulled up and burned in the fire, so it will be at the end of the age. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will weed out his kingdom, everything that causes sin, and all who do evil. They will throw them into the fiery furnace, where there'll be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father." To me, it's very clear. We need to be on our guard, I think. And by the time Jesus returns, or by the time we die, we have to make sure that we are following his commandments, so that we're not thrown into heaven and separated and bundled and thrown into the fiery furnace.